The next afternoon, Angus sat in his solar considering his options. His thoughts were interrupted by a knock at the door. "In," he called. Cade, his son by his first wife and his only living child, entered. Cade was an accomplished warrior and a strong, well-respected leader. His ability to read and control any situation was remarkable. However, he enjoyed women, drinking, and sword-fighting, in that order, and occasionally he was a bit too arrogant for his own good. "You sent for me, Da?" "Aye, come in and sit down." "Come in and sit down? What have I done now?" "For once, nothing. I need you to do something." "Ah, well then, set me my quest," Cade said as he sprawled in a chair across from his father. "Winda is expecting again." Cade sobered, sitting up straighter. "Really? How is she?" "Physically, she's well, but she's also terrified, as you might imagine." "I have no doubt. I'm sorry, Da. I hope I hope everything turns out well." Angus acknowledged his son's heartfelt concern with a nod. "I do too, and I want to do everything I possibly can to see that it does. I've recently heard tell of a particularly skilled midwife. There is a chance she might know something that will help." Cade leaned forward. "Really? That's wonderful. Where is she?" "Well, that's the problem. She's a McCrae." His son frowned. "I guess it could be worse. We aren't openly feuding with them." "Nay, but there has always been tension between our clans." "So you want me to go to Laird McCrae and ask him to send you this lauded midwife?" "Nay, I want you to mind things here. I intend to ask myself." Cade shook his head. "Da, you can't do that. You can't just ride up to the gates of Castle McCrae uninvited. They might kill you before you can tell them why you've come." "This is too important to send a messenger, and it would be too easy for Laird McCrae to refuse someone of no consequence." "And what if he looks you in the eye and refuses you?" Angus stared at his son. He hadn't considered that. "I would be disappointed." "Da, you'd be furious. You'd have but two choices. Call him out and likely be killed, or hang your head and leave. What man with compassion would deny this to a man who has lost 4 bairns? I don't think most men would, but the McCrae has a reputation for cruelty. He might tell you nay just to see you beaten. You cannot do this. It's a fool's errand. I have to try. If I don't at least attempt it, and we lose one more child, I'll never forgive myself." "Then let me go." "Why would it be different for you?" "I'm not Laird Mackenzie." "But if McCrae turns you away, you'd have the same choice as I'd have. Son, you're not known for your forbearance. You're more likely to get yourself killed than I am. And it would be no easier for you to walk away." "Perhaps not, but it would hurt the clan less if I were the one forced to do it." "And you'd do it. You'd go into a situation knowing you might be humiliated." Cade looked his father directly in the eye. "I would for this. I would for you and Winda." Angus considered his son for a moment. "You'll be laird some day. Why do you think it would damage the clan less for you to be defeated than it would for me?" Cade gave him a devilish grin. "Because I will not be defeated." Angus shook his head. "You're an excellent swordsman, but short of taking a force large enough to lay siege, you'll not be able to force the McCrae into this." "I have no intention of forcing the McCrae. If he says nay, I'll simply take the midwife. It isn't as if she's a member of his family who will be guarded day and night." It was a measure of how desperate Angus was that he agreed to this.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.